Well, it's Tech for Hire. I believe he's going to bore us again with his bullshit.
$5,988, huh? Hey everybody, Tech for Hire here. It is 96 degrees right now. It is pretty warm. Whew. It's like, it's not summer yet. Calm down. Oh, that air feels good though. All right, I haven't done a video in a while. Figured I would, I don't know, post one up. I did a drive to LA, and I don't know if I'll actually be posting that one up. Is this guy gonna go? Yeah, we're gonna go. But they stopped. That's cool. Yeah, I did a ride to LA, and it wasn't too bad. It was like a 220-mile trip round trip, but it's kind of boring. You just cut through traffic and stuff. So I might cut it up and I'll put some music to it or whatever. You know, it's something better than the boring ride that I normally do to and from Bakersfield. I did catch on camera though. There was a guy that was lane splitting, and another guy cut right, kind of cut him off, and the guy got pissed off and kicked his car and all sorts of shit. So. Sorry. All of a sudden my throat's dry. But maybe this thing's too tight. Could be. I know I need a new helmet. I mean, this is a fairly new helmet, but the padding is starting to wear out a little bit. So when I get to freeway speeds, it kind of loosens up, and it doesn't feel like if I got into a high-speed crash, my helmet would stick on my head. I mean, it's not too loose, but it's loose enough. I need to replace it. I mean, I have the Jarvis helmet that's coming, in October, supposedly. I mean, I guess I could wait for that. I mean, there's no rush to get a new helmet, because these things have a shelf life, supposedly for 3 years to 5 years, so I've only had it for probably 2 years. Now I'm gonna open up this vent on the top of my head. Oh, I now have air on my head. That's good. I know there's some more vents on this helmet, but I don't know where they are. Well, I do have some that are like right next to the microphone, and I don't want to open those because then you might get wind noise and stuff. But knowing my luck, I mean, I don't know if you can tell, my jacket's kind of like covered in bug splatter. When I went down to LA, it was just like, good Lord, man, I hit so many bugs. I had to clean my windscreen, my visor, because it looked like a Jackson Pollock painting. I mean, it was everywhere. But yeah, I hope things are going well with everybody. Things are going all right for me. Not doing too shabby. Making myself more of an extrovert than I normally am. I'm going out and doing things and hanging out with people that I haven't hung out with in a long time, just to, I guess, if you want to call it, get my sea legs out there. While I was married for 12 years, while I was with somebody for 2 years, and then I got married for nearly 10, I spent most of my time, at my house on the weekends and all that kind of stuff, and weeknights hanging out with my kids. So I didn't go anywhere. I didn't do anything. So, now that I'm single and 41, I'm not over the hill or anything like that, but it's kind of hard to meet new people, just not even like trying to date anybody, just meet new people for friends, hang out and have somebody to chit chat with and have a beer with and all that kind of stuff. I mean, all of my previous friends were my wife's friends, so you know, at least out in Bakersfield. I mean, shit, I moved out here because she wanted to be closer to her friends and family to make life a little bit easier, you know, being a stay-at-home mom. So that didn't work out, but you know, I'm not bitter or anything. It's you know, whatever life throws at you, you just got to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? And there's no sense in being angry about it and, you know, being all pissy. It's like, you know what? All right, I got a raw deal. You know, somebody who I was married to for almost 10 years turned out to not be the person that they pretended to be. You know, that sucks. But, I mean, it does make life a lot easier in a sense because, you know, a lot of people, when they get into relationships where they break up, their whole thing is like, if I can just get what I had back, I would be so happy. And it's like, well, what I had was a freaking lie. So I don't want any of that. I'm content to not be in that situation anymore. If anything, my ego's a little bruised because I feel like such an idiot. You know, there's all these signs everywhere, and I just chose to be the good dude and ignore all of them and ignore my instincts because I didn't want to freak out over something that was going to be stupid. But all those little signs that I had, it's like, you dipshit, you should have paid attention to it. But like I said, it's all right. I wouldn't change anything because, you know what? You live and you learn. And, you know, while I had these red flags when I even met this individual, you know, I got 2 great kids out of it. And that's all I care about. I just love my kids. So that's all I'm going to say about that. I feel like what's his face? Forrest Gump, you know. Well, that's all I'm gonna say about that. And I didn't even sound like it right. My voice is all messed up. Jenny was a whore. She slept with my friend, and I like shrimp gumbo. Oh, that's a little better. I just got told today that you know, by friends that they don't need a person from another country, you know, because generally when you're in the IT field, you get people of all flavors. One thing you don't get a lot of is girls, but you get people of all different flavors that work there. And our group is fairly homogenous with white dudes. And you know, we got 2 brothers on the team, got 2 black dudes, but you know, for the most part, it's mainly all white guys. And they were saying that you know, most IT fields, they're gonna have like, you know, an Indian guy or an Asian guy, and we don't have that in our group. And they were just like, you know what, why don't you just do all the voices, and every time we feel like we're missing a culture, you can just do the culture. I was like, you know what, that might not be a bad idea. I tell you, one thing you won't have to worry about is the curry smell coming from the microwave. They said I should change our call number. You know, we have a voicemail line, and I should change the voicemail line every day to a different voice. I thought about it, but knowing my luck, somebody would get offended, and since we work for the city, I'd get fired because taxpayer dollars don't want to go towards people goofing off. But you know, what are you going to do? Nothing. Oh my God, why are you getting so close to me? Oh, she's staring very intently through her glasses. It's like, oh my gosh, let me move to the side. Okay, blinker. Oh, this is a Porsche. Very, very nice. Let me see what kind of Porsche. It is a Cayman GTS. Oh, very pretty. I think it is very nice. Oh, that guy is so old. You need a young guy to kind of appreciate a car, a vehicle of that magnitude. I'm telling you. They can appreciate it a lot better than an old man with slow reflexes. Oh, I got a cold breeze in my jacket. Very, very good. Very, very good. Cute. Hoi. Alright, I gotta be a dick and I gotta cut in front of this guy. Okay, so sorry my friend, you were taking too long. Oh, yo, brakes. I got pretty good gas mileage on the ride, up to LA and back. It did pretty well. I only had each way you have to stop and get gas, but I thought it was good. I had a nice ride. It was a more comfortable ride, but I have a sciatic nerve problem in my back, and periodically it just flames up and it hurts like a son of a bitch. So on my ride to LA, my back flared up like 3 days before I went on my trip. But I had this trip planned for like a couple months to meet up with some friends, and I had totally intended on riding my bike down there. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna tough it out. And it wasn't too bad. I thought it was going to be a lot worse than it was, but this good old Triumph was good to me. I didn't die, but I still feel like a better shock or a better seat would make the ride a lot more comfortable on long rides. I mean, you have the little cusp on the butt, and I don't have enough of a juicy butt to like hold my ass in there. So like when you really rip on it, it kind of feels like I'm gonna slide off, but I know I'm not. But I mean, they've tested these things all over the place, and many assholes have sat many assholes have sat in this seat. But yeah, cool. But yeah, man, nothing else crazy's been going on. I just last week was my kids' spring break, so I got to take them to Legoland, which was fun. I wanted to go to the beach, and we didn't wind up going to the beach. That's my only regret. I was just towards the end of the week, I was so damn tired, I didn't want to do anything. I had all this stuff planned, and all the running around. I had some friends that lived in San Diego, it's actually Mission Viejo. So they were in Mission Viejo. So I, took my kids to Legoland one day, and then the next day I drove back down from Bakersfield to there in Mission Viejo, and I was a little tired. I'm like normally pretty good about it, but I think at 41, stuff like that starts to work on your bones a little bit. And I think part of it was because early in the week I rode from Bakersfield to I got a motorcycle next to us. Oh, very nice. But it looks like not a Harley. Maybe. Yeah. No, looks like a Yamaha. But I can't. That helmet is like the worst helmet that you possibly can have for yourself, because it's not going to protect your head at all. But anyways, as I was saying, so yeah, I went to early in the week. I rode my bike to LA, and specifically, I went to oh my god, I'm having a brain fart. I went to Inglewood. There you go, Inglewood, to go check out my my Duster, and yeah, of course, it's still in shitty shape. So I rode down there, hung out with a friend, came all the way back, and then the next day just hung out. And I was gonna do something on Wednesday, and I don't think I did anything. I don't remember. Anyways, I had a pretty busy week. And it was not bad. I really enjoyed it. I'm getting like sidetracked like crazy. That's the problem. You listen to music in your ears, and you're trying to talk about something, and then something happens. You're like, brain fart. And I think that's part of being old. Like when you get older, shit like that happens more often, where I can't get back to the conversation that I was having and just be like, okay, fuck it, I'll come back there. And of course, it's one of those things where like later on in the week or even in the day, you're like, oh, now I remember what I was talking about. But it'll be like 12 o'clock at night, and you're like, yeah, I can't continue that conversation. Yeah. What I was gonna say is, like, with that guy, I don't like ape hangers like that, because one, like, you know, you go for a long ride, that actually is, at least to me, I think it's more dangerous, because your arms are like at shoulder level, or if not a little bit higher, and that means your heart has to work harder to pump that blood up to your hands. So your hands have got to get tired after a while. I mean, I know on this bike, I mean, my hands are down, but you know, you go 80, 90 miles an hour, you know, cruising down the road, and after a while, that wind beating on you, and you're gripping these handlebars super tight, not to like feel like you're gonna fall off, your hands start to lose blood in them, and they start to get tired and fall asleep. So I can't imagine your arms being up like that and not being comfortable on a long ride. I mean, it sounds crazy. I couldn't do that. But I've never ridden a bike that does that, so I don't know, maybe I would love it. But I do like more straight bars. Like my Harley had drag bars on them. This kind of has drag bars. They're just kind of a little bit swept back. I mean, I don't know if I would like this with you know, fully straight bars anymore, but I mean, these bars are comfortable. I had to get new boots. If you can see, got some Alpine Stars, little shorty boots. I think I figured it out. I bought some Triumph boots, you know, the bobber boots that I really like, but they don't quite fit well. And I noticed that I went to buy these boots, and I wear a size 10 US, which technically is a size, I guess, a UK 44, and all these boots are all in the UK format. So I went to put on a 44 in a different brand, and it said it was a size 11, and I'm all, well, that's one whole size bigger than what I wear. That can't be right. So sure enough, like, I put on these Alpine Stars, and I wore a 44, and it was pretty loose. It didn't actually feel very good. So I tried on a 43, which works out to like a 9.5 supposedly, and they fit great. They're super comfortable. So, you know, I have those Alpine Star, or the bobber boots that I really like from Triumph. I'm gonna have to look around and see if I can find a size 43, and which should equate to a 9.5, and that might fix my problem where my feet just swim in those boots, and they're not comfortable at all. Well, I mean, they're comfortable, but I don't feel like, I just feel like they're loose all the time. So I have to wear like really thick socks, and it gets hot, and I don't want to do that shit. So I'm gonna look around and see if I can get some size 43s and try those out. And I don't know what I'm gonna do with my 44s, since they're worn. It's not like I can give them away or sell them or give them away. I mean, who knows? I got a lot of gear that I don't use anymore that I probably will get rid of. Did I hit like the sun? Holy shit! It like got hot all of a sudden. It's crazy. But I'm super stoked. This gas station that I've been talking about for, you know, a while, they finally built it, so it's nice. Like, if I'm low on gas, I can just swing in there, fill up right before I go home. I'm totally stoked that it's there. Plus, they got a Sequoia sandwich shop that they're building right by my house. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna be a fat mofo here soon. Not that I'm not already, but their sandwiches are freaking good. If you go to Sequoia, you gotta try the Club Deluxe. Oh, it's so good. Oh, what are they doing? What is that? They got like a little fair going on? I wonder. Oh no, it can't be a grand opening for that place yet. I would have seen something. I'm gonna have to drive by there really slow when I take my kids to karate. Well, that sandwich place is over there, and so, oh, I can't wait for that to be there. I'll be there at least once a week. At least. It's delicious. As my friends would say, it is muy delicioso. Anyway, Anyways, my friends, thank you so much for watching my video. I know it's been a long time. I've had a lot of shit going on. All that stuff is pretty much done now. I'm good to go. You still might hear me bitch every now and then because, hey, that's what humans do, right? We bitch. But I will try to come up with some new content, new things to talk about instead of my shitty personal life that nobody wants to hear about. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, you know the drill. Please like this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already done so. If you want me to talk about certain things, feel free to make a comment down below. You can also hit me up on Twitter online, or I'm sorry, Tech for Hire online on Twitter. And I also do have a Instagram page that I'm slowly starting to put stuff on, and I believe that's tech_for-hire, or yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is, or it's Tech for Hire online as well. I'll have to double check that. Maybe I'll put that in the video down at the bottom. But anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Peace.